January 1917, the world is caught up in the Great War, and it's brutal out there. Millions have lost their lives in the muddy trenches of Europe. Across the Atlantic, America watches, teetering on the edge of neutrality, its president, Woodrow Wilson, championing a peace without victory. But in a quiet, shadowy office in Berlin, a single piece of paper is about to set the world on a new, cataclysmic course. This is the story of the Zimmermann telegram, a secret message so explosive it would drag a reluctant superpower into the war and seal the fate of empires. Our story begins not with a bang, but with a whisper. German Foreign Secretary Arthur Zimmermann, a man with a bold mustache and an even bolder plan, dictates a message. Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare is about to resume, a desperate gamble to starve Britain into submission. Zimmermann knows this will infuriate the United States, likely pushing them into the war. He needs a distraction, a massive one. His eyes drift to a map of North America. An idea, as audacious as it is dangerous, begins to form. The message is encoded, transformed into a complex series of numbers, a secret language known only to the German High Command. It's destined for the German ambassador in Washington, D.C., and then to be relayed to Mexico. The proposal is shocking. Germany offers Mexico a military alliance. Their mission, to make war together, make peace together. The price for Mexico, the lost territories of Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. It was a geopolitical bombshell, designed to ignite a war on America's own doorstep. Now, enter the heroes of our story, hidden away in a drab, unassuming building in London, Room 40. This was the British Admiralty's top-secret code-breaking unit, a nest of brilliant, eccentric minds, linguists, mathematicians, and classicists who had turned their intellects to the art of cryptanalysis. They were the ears of the British Empire, listening silently to the whispers of its enemies. Leading this clandestine orchestra was Admiral Blinker Hall, a man whose piercing eyes missed nothing. For years, his team had been intercepting German communications, painstakingly piecing together their codebooks. They had a partial key, but the newest German codes were a formidable challenge. When Zimmermann's message crackled across the ether, the codebreakers in Room 40 pounced. Imagine the scene, the quiet hum of equipment, the air thick with pipe smoke and tension. Night after night, they hunched over the strings of numbers, testing combinations, searching for patterns. It was a mental marathon against time. Slowly, agonizingly, words began to emerge from the numerical chaos. Alliance of Mexico, Texas. The full, terrifying scope of Zimmermann's plan began to crystallize. They had it. They held in their hands a document that could change the war. But here's the twist. How could they show it to the Americans? Revealing the telegram meant revealing their greatest secret, that they were reading Germany's most secure codes. If Germany knew, they'd change their encryption immediately, and Britain's vital intelligence advantage would vanish overnight. Admiral Hall was caught in an impossible dilemma. He had the weapon to bring America into the war, but using it might blind his own forces. Hall, a master of deception, devised a brilliant cover story. He knew the telegram had also been sent via a public telegraph office in Washington to the German embassy in Mexico City. He arranged for a British agent in Mexico, known only as Mr. H, to acquire a copy of that version. This created the perfect illusion. It would look like the telegram was obtained through simple spycraft in Mexico, not through sophisticated code breaking in London. The secret of Room 40 would remain safe. On February 19th, the British ambassador in Washington presented the decoded telegram to the American government. At first, there was disbelief. Could it be a forgery? A British trick to drag them into the conflict? American codebreakers were put to the test, and they confirmed its authenticity. The evidence was undeniable. President Wilson, the staunch advocate for peace, was stunned. This was a direct threat to American sovereignty. The German plan was not just a distant European matter anymore. It was a plot to dismember the United States. Public opinion, once deeply divided, began to shift dramatically. On March 1st, the story broke. Newspapers across America ran banner headlines. Germany seeks alliance against U.S. Outrage swept the nation. The telegram was the final straw. It exposed Germany's hostile intentions in the starkest possible terms. The idea of German-backed armies marching across the Rio Grande was a nightmare made real. The climax was inevitable. On April 2, 1917, President Woodrow Wilson stood before Congress. The Zimmermann telegram was a key piece of his argument. He declared that the world must be made safe for democracy. 4 days later, the United States officially declared war on Germany. The arrival of millions of fresh American troops on the Western Front tipped the balance of power decisively. The German gamble had backfired spectacularly. Instead of keeping America out, Arthur Zimmermann had single-handedly ensured its entry, accelerating the Allied victory and the collapse of the German Empire. It's a powerful reminder of how history can turn on a single moment, a secret message, and the unseen battle of wits fought by spies and codebreakers. A piece of paper, intercepted and decoded in a secret room, didn't just change the course of a war, it redrew the map of the 20th century and announced America's arrival as a global superpower. Thank you so much for joining me on this dive into one of history's greatest spy thrillers. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the hidden corners of the past. Let me know in the comments what other historical events you'd like to see explored. Until next time, stay curious.